Cowboys versus Giants on Thursday Night Football to get us started for week 4 of the NFL season. Guys, welcome. If you're just finding this channel, my name is Jeff. This is Lock and Cash Sports, and I'm here to take you through the football season. On this page, you're going to find a lot of betting systems, betting trends. If you check out our shorts section, you'll see a lot of that and a lot of free plays. Every Tuesday morning, I do a kind of a market recap, get you ready for the week upcoming, take a look at some of the lines, how they're moving, and my early leans on some of the games. I'll even give you some plays if I've already released them to subscribers, and lots of other stuff on this page. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're going to go through this Thursday Night Football game here. I'm going to give you my pick on it and a few reasons as to why I like it. Okay, so we got the Giants taking on the Cowboys. Both of these teams, each coming off of very opposite Sundays in week 3. On Sunday, we had a big play that I released on the Ravens. It was a 3-unit max that ended up cashing, even though it was very close in the fourth quarter. And when that game ended, guys, the Giants had already won in Cleveland. So as soon as the game ended and we got the win and it was a little sweaty, I immediately looked at this game and I said, what's this line going to do? Because early that morning, it was sitting at -7 to Dallas. And I knew it was going to come down based on the two results that we got for each team. Giants winning as a big dog, Dallas losing at home, and of course the line cratered, got down to 4.5. I think it even touched 4 at some point. It was immediately bought back up. Now we're seeing 5.5s mostly, and a couple of 6s starting to pop up. And I think this game comes down in large part to what type of handicapper you are. There's different styles out there. There's some guys that just say, you know, if you give me a home dog in prime time, I'm going to take it. If you give me a touchdown, it's too many points. Then there's guys that are more situational based. There's guys that focus on betting percentages, splits more, guys that focus on trends and systems more. That I'm that guy, right? I'm a trend, system, and situational guy. That's really what I value the most. And to me here, the situation just screams Dallas. And I don't think, I think that original number at 6.5-ish, 7 was spot on for me. I think anything here at 5.5 or better is a play on the Cowboys, and there's a few reasons why. When I look at this team and the 3 games that they've played so far this season, I think it's pretty clear with the Cowboys that you can have great success against them if you can run the football. And that's kind of why the Saints had really good success. Alvin Kamara, right? Pretty obvious. And of course, the Ravens, not just Derrick Henry, but Derrick Henry and Lamar Jackson, 2 rushing threats. And then you look at week 1 where they dominated the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, the Cleveland Browns don't really have a rushing attack. Nick Chubb is not back yet, and they don't really have anybody reliable in that backfield. So it kind of makes sense that the Cowboys were able to dominate that game. And I got to be honest, I see something similar coming here for the Giants. The Giants don't have a reliable rushing attack. They have a pretty weak offensive line. And I don't see Devin Singletary and Daniel Jones, the combination of those two guys, doing enough here to keep the Dallas defense on their heels. This Dallas defense excels, guys, when they can sit back in pass coverage and rush their front four with Micah and those guys. When they can get pressure on the quarterback, they're certainly going to be able to do that against this Giants offense. The counter for the Giants is you got to get the ball out quickly and you got to try to establish some rushing attack. But I worry about the Giants defense as well, because if they get behind quick, you're not going to have time to do that. You're not going to have time to establish the run. And I think Dallas is going to be fired up for this spot against a team that they beat up on all the time, an NFC East divisional opponent that they love to just bash over the last few years. And I think if the Giants go down early in this game, it's going to be a uphill battle for the remainder of the game. The Giants also have injuries in their secondary. 2 corners are going to be out. Just a lot of, because I don't really see how, with the current state of their defense, you stop this passing attack with Dak and CD, who are going to be just absolutely desperate here to get a win. 2 straight losses for the Cowboys. Very tough spot for the Giants coming back home after pulling off a big upset. Maybe they come back a little fat and happy, got their first win of the season, 6-point underdog outright win. I'll give you the trends here on that as well. Dogs, underdog, teams that are listed as dogs in the current week, right after winning a game outright as a 6-point dog or higher, they're just 42% against the spread. The record is 66, 91, and 5. 42% against the spread. On top of that, you have Prescott versus the NFC East, just always bashing these teams, specifically the Giants and Commanders, 29 and 11 against the spread. That's 73%. And then you got him off of a loss. So you got Dak against the NFC East off of a loss, 7-1 in his career against the spread. That's 87.5%. So you got a lot of trends here on the Cowboys. I know you can pull out home dogs in prime time, but those have not been as great in the last few years. All right, because it's specifically last year when public favorites were just killing it, so it kind of cratered the record of home dogs in prime time. And I would still play this honestly at 6. I would still lay dead Dallas -6 here. I think this game has a chance to be one of those games. You saw the 40-0 game last year. Don't necessarily think it'll be 40-0 again, but I do think this could be a double-digit victory for the Cowboys here, and I'm going to go ahead and lay the 5.5 with Dallas. In terms of the total here, I'll give you guys some info on it. And initially was, I think, 43.5. You're now seeing 45s, so the total is ticking up. I get the move here on the total. It makes sense because I think exactly, when I see 45.5 actually. So I get, the sentiment here is kind of what I just said, that Dallas's offense should have a big day against the Giants. And maybe the market is buying in a little bit on, the Jones to Malik Neighbors connection, which looked pretty strong on Sunday. But again, to me, this is all about situational. This is a situational play. And to me, this screams Dallas. I understand back in the home dog in prime time, but I'm going to be on the Cowboys -5.5, and my lean here would be the over 45.5. So make sure you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. I'll be doing one of these videos for each primetime game going forward. That way, on the day of, if you still haven't made a decision, at least you can come to this page, get some information, and it might help you pick how you're going to bet the game. Last thing that I'll mention is down in the description, you will find a special coupon code for all of you that are viewing this video. Use code month50 when you check out for one of our monthly subscriptions. That'll get you 30 days of our releases for 50% off. You just got to use code month50. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys for Sunday Night Football. Let's get it.